Okay, we are watching Narcodix, who is playing Junker Queen on Circuit Royale, and this is Gold 2. Here, I have a game from last night where I'm not sure how we lost. I've been working on my Junker Queen play, and I think I'm doing okay with her, and I'm actively working on taking space and positioning. If anyone has some insight on what I could have done better, that would be greatly appreciated. Things I noticed. I think I held my ult too long at times. They started running Kiriko, so I was waiting for them to Suzu before I hard engaged. In hindsight, I think I should have just popped it and built another ult or used it as a means to pressure the Suzu out and try to make more space. I also was really aggressive on defense, which led to a few early deaths that was completely avoidable. The thought of swapping to a Winston did cross my mind, mainly due to Nade, but I'm not really amazing on him in the slightest. Ryan's the other tank I feel comfortable on since I enjoy the Brawl playstyle. Any feedback is appreciated. Okay, so number one is I don't play Junker Queen in competitive, at least not anymore. I played her, a lot of her actually, in Overwatch 1 before competitive came out, so I'm like pretty familiar with the kit overall and like the combos and things like that. I also played her a bit in competitive when I was ranking up initially, so I played her through Plat, I think Plat and Low Diamond. And then once I hit like Mid Diamond Plus, I stopped playing her completely at that point. So it's been a while since I played Junker Queen, but I'm at least for gold. I think I'm familiar enough with Junker Queen that I can comment on this video. It's also really cool because Junker Queen videos are replays are pretty rare to come by. I do want to address one thing you said, which is you waited for Kiriko Suzu to ult. I think my take on that is if you force out her Suzu with Junker Queen ulti, I think that's okay as long as you're hitting enough targets that at least some people are still hit by it. So if you're gonna get a 5-man and she's going to cleanse 3 of them, do it, for sure, right? But if there's like 2 people and you're going to ult them and she's going to Suzu it, that's not worth. So I really evaluate it like situationally, but don't think of it as like I have to wait for Suzu. Generally speaking, like just look for good opportunities and don't be afraid, because I think holding it too long is more of a problem. All right, so already starting point, and tells everybody, don't swing this wide. There's no reason for you to be this wide of the corner, right? Just stay here. Break the shield. Shoot down the Hanzo, Sigma, whatever, then start swinging wider when you need to. Especially as Junker Queen, where you don't have good damage mitigation, is a very big mistake. I think that, oh, 1 second. I think this knife right there is a dream. I don't think it's even worth throwing. Like, I don't even think it's on target. Yeah, it's like way too high. So, number one, aim, if you're going to throw that, at least throw it so it's on target. Number two, I think just pull somebody here closer, right? Pull a Sigma here, pull the Lucio, whomever. I think that's worth it. Like, far more value than trying to go for the Ashe. Even if you pull the Ashe into low ground, it's not like she's going to die, right? The Ashe gets pulled low ground and she's with the rest of the team. Can you kill anybody here? No. So why would you bother going for the Ashe? There's no point. Just get somebody that you can kill. Right? Or force abilities. So for example, right here, you throw a knife in the Sigma, you pull him into you, you shoot, you cleave, he pops grasp, great, space created. Throwing that knife up there, no, it's not good. See how much damage you've taken already? And you haven't really done anything. Right? They're graciously giving you space here for no reason. Okay, naked swings almost never work, especially against Lucio. Right? Just going like this doesn't work. So the combo is you throw a knife into somebody, then you pull them towards you. Or actually, sorry, you knife them, you start axe swing, then you pull them towards you because it does not cancel the axe and you can use it at the same time, then you hit them with the axe. The only other scenario you should be axing is if you're running towards them with a speed boost and then you can axe them. Don't miss cleaves, right? I think you should have 85 to 95% accuracy on your cleaves, okay? Or I can't remember what it's actually called. Whatever the axe swing is, don't miss them. It's just, if you want to climb, you cannot miss that ability. Right? It's just not acceptable to miss that ability, and it's almost always something that you can control about it. So, again, so you're here, right? Knife. Again, think about another thing is that you can throw a knife behind everybody and then pull it back through them, and hit 3 targets and then do a good chunk of damage that way, right? At that point, that'd be 45 damage a second because 15 a second per target. That's pretty good, right? Decent damage, and it sustains you, and it builds ult charge. So don't pop shout here. Right? This is a situation where you should eat shout. Right? You should just waited behind here to get heal because you want to save the shout for something better. Don't just use shout. Shout is not used as typical general damage mitigation. All right? This is not, for example, fortify or Rhine shield. Okay? This is something that you use when it's going to give you a ton of value. Like it's going to save a teammate or it's going to allow you to make a play. Don't just randomly use shout. It's got a very long cooldown. So, at this point in time, you have no cooldowns, right? You just kind of need to chill here. Right? So imagine if you had speed right now, right? If you could use shout, you could just run into the Lucio, okay? Throw knife, right? Shoot him, wait for boop, pull him back towards you, swing, he's dead. An easy kill. You really did not need that extra health from shout that fast. Okay, so we miss every shot here, which is unfortunate. But also don't forget that your melee applies bleed as well, right? Shoot, and then you could melee right here if you're not going to land that shot, right? Like you could have fired 3-4 shots on him, and you only fired 1 and missed the swing. You missed virtually everything there. I mean, at some point, mechanics are going to hold you back, right? There's no reason to miss the Lucio this badly. Like that miss, okay, fine. Right? Right now, you missed this. This is a second shot. Again, you can get a third shot right now if you were looking for it, or melee, or a swing. But now you do the swing way too late, and then he boops you. Right? Again, if you held him closer to the wall, he wouldn't be able to boop far enough away, and then you whiff that shot. Yeah, it's overall just kind of rough, especially for Junker Queen, who's a very aim-intensive hero, right? Like it's not like I would say Winston, for example, obviously doesn't need much aim. I think that even Orisa doesn't need a ton of aim. Ryan obviously doesn't need much aim. As Junker Queen, you have to be hitting meat shots, like 75% plus shotgun pellets on target all the time to get value. Otherwise, you're gonna be like completely feed. Okay, you dodge the rock, which is good. Again, you seem like you're afraid of this Lucio. Right? So right here, you can see the Lucio is in your face. Go after him. Right? Don't turn away. Just keep going after Lucio. You know? Like, what's he going to do? Just drop, like, he's grasping. Just walk down here. Right? You have knife. You have cleave. You have shout. You have all the tools, right? You have ammo. You have all the tools here to kill this Lucio. This Lucio's overextended. Don't be like, oh, Lucio's hard to hit. I'm not going to kill him. If you can't kill Lucios, you will not climb. Right? If you can't kill Lucios at point blank, you will not climb. You have to challenge when they're out of position. Don't just give up on that. Go for backline, which is good. Good swing. Again, you're not taking the opportunity to throw a knife when you get a chance, right? Swing. So right here, when he straightens out, throw the knife, right? Aim the knife down right here. Get that knife hit. Right? Instead, now he gets further away. You still haven't thrown your knife. You could have thrown the knife as a parting shot to try to get it. Mercy gets the res. Okay, fine, whatever. Very good knife. Good, right? I don't know if it was intentional or not, but you did it after she coach gunned you, which is the correct call. Okay. You see the Mercy as you drop, and you don't attack her. She's literally right next to you. Right here. Right? Why? Like, not only that, you can see the heal beam. So, it's inexcusable for you to not go after the Mercy right now. And you dodge the rock. Again, I think be very careful with naked axe swings on Lucio, because he's going to boop you off it. Also, you can't be missing him. Shout, going for back line. Miss the melee. Alright, it's good targeting on Mercy. Yep, great, perfect. Yeah, ignore the Sigma, go after the Hanzo. You really need to cleave here just for sustain. Yeah, you got a little too greedy there. So, this kill's good, right? Again, I would just do the swing right now on because I'm never gonna get the swing on the Hanzo unless I manage to land a knife here, right? So if you throw a knife, I would throw a knife right away right now. And if that missed, I would immediately cleave the Sigma to start giving myself health back. And then I would start dodging. Right? Because you're just not going to be able to reliably get the kill at this point. Yeah. They res you. Great. Again, Lucio way overextended. Again, I really do not suggest do it. I think you should shoot first before you do the swing. Because that's instant, right? Shoot immediately to the axe swing. Then that's like a free shot. Number 1. Number 2 is be careful with him booping, right? I would knife him first and then start the axe swing, and if he boops you, just pull him towards you. Alright, that Ashe just gave up on life for some reason. Alright, so it's good that you're leading cart, so you're playing ahead. This Mercy is absolutely crazy. So, whoa, did you just get rocked out of the air? Damn, yeah. So, again, you don't play cover enough, right? Big thing, just don't stand out here in the open, especially Junker Queen. You only have 425 health with no damage mitigation. So, you must be playing corners, right? Corner here, right? Preferably over here is your best bet because it gives you access to the backline quickly. Don't be playing these long angles. That's good for Sigma. As Sigma, if I see you standing there, I'm thrilled. I'm like, cool, I'm just going to keep hammering you with shots and there's nothing you can do about it. I don't think you should have pulled back to your team here. Alright, so that's as soon as Tire's activated, I immediately rampage through this. right? Because everyone's distracted, nobody's looking, right? Either I'm going to kill them with Rampage, or the tire's going to kill them, or both. It's very important to sync up your power windows with your teammates, right? Just tire alone or just Rampage alone, maybe they live. Both of those things at once, unlikely they live. So right now, I would immediately Rampage. So you get the reload, right? Dodges rock. I think this is still the Rampage opportunity, right? So I think I Rampage this way and killed off the Hanzo, who has very little that you can use to get away from. You don't want to wait until you get too low. Oh, yeah, follow him and get the kill. So Hanzo's killed one, Sigma's killed one, but no, see, this is bad now. Because like I said, you have to watch the kill feed, right? So right now you only have 3 against 5. You see the resing? This is not a situation you're gonna win with Rampage. Right? You're not gonna kill 5 people here. Yeah, you are gonna kill 5 people here. What do I know? This is gold. I guess they did get a res off on, I think, your Junkrat, which made it a 4-person. But in general, I would not have popped Rampage here, because I would have assumed, being down 2 people, that you should not have won this. But hey, it works. Obviously, you should track the Sojourn. You didn't even look at her, because she definitely did not die from that shot. But maybe you just knew damage breakpoint, she wouldn't get healed. It's fine. Keep moving the cart. Yeah, I think most of the time I don't think Rampage works. Again, this is like the dream optimist cleave. Just hold it, right? Don't do it when you don't need to. All right, good pull. Right, shoot. Right, pull back. I think that's a good call. Right, couldn't quite get the kill. It's fine. Right, you see the Mercy. You see the Sojourn. Oh man, that's. Yeah. Yeah, so for Mercy, you should track Guardian Angel, right? Guardian Angel comes up every 2 seconds. I would know that Guardian Angel's coming up in just a second, and I would wait until I could get a more consistent target. Your team is just wrecking. Get up over the Mercy. That's speed controller. Alright, so you cap second point. Okay, you almost did the combo there. What actually went wrong? Jeez. So you didn't hit him full on with the shotgun blast, which is why you missed most of this damage. And then I think he bumps you. Yeah, he bumps you. Okay, I think that was fine though. I think that was generally a good execution, right? You almost pulled it off. I don't know if I would do this, but I guess it works. I think you're actually syncing with Tire. No, he does Tire after you. So you just decide to do this on your own. I don't think this is a great call, but it is going to work out in your favor. So again, you know, if it works, I suppose. I just don't like that move. So let me explain why I don't like this. The card is moving right now. Okay, the card's already moving. Like, they're not doing anything to stop this right now as it is. So me killing them is not going to move the card any faster. So I don't want to expend resources until I need to. A. B, my team can't help me. So you go around the corner here. And so you're forced to fight like the whole team, right? All by yourself. You see how this is a 4-on-1? If the junk does not happen to Tire right now and kill them, I think you just die here. Now, I don't know if you coordinated this or not, or if that's entirely coincidental, but I think typically that is not the right call, and I think you should have just waited for your team to advance. So in this situation, I don't think you want to back up the cart. I think you want to play tight here, close, like up here. I think you're very dangerous if you play up here. If you walk back here, you have no cover, right? And you do way less damage. Up here, like Junker Queen shotgun does 90 damage, I think, per shot without headshots. So you can kill people in 2 hits in a melee, right? Up close. And I think you should be just constantly looking for those kills. It's just shotgunning people down. Backing up away from here just reduces your damage. Your Ana can see you as well. If you just play close on this pillar, she can see you. So you can get healing. position. Again, see how when you back up here, look how little damage you do right now. Right? That's like 10 damage. That's, I don't know, another 10 damage. That's like 5 damage. If you're playing up close, you wouldn't have this problem, and then you could be absolutely obliterating people with cleave, knife, etc. I don't think you should have given up this close angle. Right, but again, they pop rush, so they pop rush with Matra ulti. It's not a lot you can do at that point. Again, good opportunity to try to pull Ramatra, right? Like if he's not going to use shield, as soon as I see this, I immediately throw a knife and pull him towards me. I want to force Nemesis form as soon as I can against Ramatra, right? I want him to force Nemesis form where he's not going to get any value out of it, and then I can bully him after Nemesis is over. So this is interesting. So you get slowed right there, and then you pop shield, but you don't actually, or shout, you don't actually need it, right? You're basically full health right here. 417, 416, 425, right? Like, why are you popping shout right now? Just to get out of the small corner? It's okay. Like, nothing's happening right now. Ramatra's shield's up. So unless you're going to kill this backline yourself, I wouldn't pop shout. I would wait for the shield to go down or my team to get through it and then shout. I don't think you want to do this right now. I think there's a waste of shout. And I think I'm correct finally. Yeah, see? Like, this shout did absolutely nothing. Right, you didn't do anything with the shout that you couldn't have done without shout. Good job seeing the trap, right? Nemesis is popped. You missed. I think you're going for the Mercy, which is good. I think you have to figure out, hey, can I walk through this right now? I don't think I want to yet, especially with the res going off. I think I still play the corner for now. Yep, I think that's the right call. Just chill for now. I think you have a pretty good sense of like when to back off, which I really like. That I say I think is a really good highlight point. Is you have a good feel when you're like, I cannot actually win this fight, and you're not walking forwards and dying, which I think is really good. Gotta aim higher for that. So I'd like to see you hit a lot of meat shots here. Meat shots being like where most of the shotgun pellets are hitting. I want to see you hit a lot of meat shots here on Ramatra. We really shouldn't be missing those. This is a good shout. I don't think you reload there, right? You have 3 shots and you see the Mercy right now. You should shoot the Mercy, right? 3 shots, you're going to kill a Mercy in time. Lucky that she ended up dying anyway. Good knife. Okay, Ramatra coming out. Right, good. I think, again, really important to get on different sides of him so that you can't use block effectively. Right, pop ulti right here. I mean, I guess not. I guess you lost enough that you want to get out. Actually, I think you read that correctly. I was paying attention to kill feed. And then you die here. How do you die here? What the heck? Shout? Yeah, you should get away, right? You're regrouping. Your Ana just died. You make the right call, but then you make the wrong call. After that, right? It's only 3 people right now. You shouldn't be trying to go in. You're trying to get wrecked. Then you get slowed and you decide to go in. This is a big mistake. Yeah. Now you're just. That's like a 20-second stagger right there. Cassidy and high ground's kind of a problem, but you have to go coast if you want to deal with them. Depends on how big an issue is going to be. Drop, so great. This is a huge rampage opportunity. I would definitely have done that. I think you're waiting for Suzu, right? As you point out. Great. I would still rampage right now, for sure. Right? Still good because you just want to kill these 3 people quickly, right? I would rampage. Right? So again, right here, he pops it, rampage, it goes straight through him, shot, cleave, he dies. He's not gonna be able to kill you fast enough. See how long this takes? Like you easily could have gone through and killed him. Yeah, and you even saw that she'd use Suzu right before that. So I think you just rampage there and kill him. And I think you should rampage earlier too, as I mentioned. Right, you get clear of it, miss knife, that's okay. That's right, yeah, just wait on the shield. So again, right here, rampage. My Reaper's in, no one is looking at me, right? I'm gonna hit 4 people, maybe 5, going straight to the left of the cart. I think this is a lost opportunity to rampage for sure. So you really gotta kill this junk, right? Shot and then throw the knife right away. Because Because if your shot's on target, your knife will be on target at that distance. You don't have to worry about the travel time. They pop rush. You got 20 seconds, so this is going to be last fight. I don't think you want to wait this long. Again, they pop rush, and rush only makes things better for them. So I think you need to use the counter against to like basically give your team some chance. I think you need to rush right away right now and into the back line. I don't think it's a good situation for you, but I don't think things are going to get better by waiting. Yeah. That fire's coming. Yeah, it's tough because you know your team and you played pretty well. I think that you're just having trouble without your tank ulti being significant. I think you're really having trouble getting value in the end. Where I think typically at the very end of maps, on the final point, ultimates tend to be the critical thing that puts you over, and you're just not popping your ultimate, which is not giving you enough value to do it. Okay, let's cover defense. Again, I'm really surprised that you don't throw knives more often. Throw the knife right here. Right? He's got 100 health. The knife's going to do 60. Pull, shoot again. That's it. Right? You would put him around the corner. He would have died. Would have been a great pick. 15-second stagger. I think going in here is okay, and then getting back out is also okay. I think you probably should have died there. You went a little too deep. Yeah. See, now we're starting running the issue where I think you're having trouble stabilizing on defense. I think it's hard, right? I think Circuit Royale, number one, is just a tough map to play for Junker Queen because it's got a lot of long sight lines. That's why Sigma's played commonly. Number two, there's no cover down here. So when you try to disengage from the fight, like you can't really get anywhere. Also, your Moira ends up fading out. Why does your Moira end up fading out? She heals the... she eats the Pharah shot, which is nothing you can really do about that. This is tough. I think this is mostly just a function of playing Junker Queen in not a good Junker Queen situation. Alright, so you definitely want to make sure you contest at this point. You want to contest right before it finishes at the point. You really have to farm damage. You really have to farm damage. Like, you understand that you don't really have much supports here, right? You just have your Moira for now, your Mercy for now. Your Moira's still coming, right? I think you came down too early. I think you should have waited like another 3-4 seconds to give your team time to engage, number one. Number two is recognizing that you don't have supports with you. You need to start farming damage right away. I would throw a knife into the back line, pull it back through 2 people, and get myself the healing from that at a minimum, plus cleave. You gotta hit that axe right away here. Don't go for kills here. I don't think you're winning this fight. I would think my number one goal here is to stop the cart. I think you play here on the cart, stalling things out as long as you can, and hope somebody else gets the kill. If you dive off cart, it's very likely that he caps here. It's lucky that your Reaper came in time. So you get way too deep, right? You left your cover. Now you're in big trouble. And you pop your shout too, which makes everything really tough. Again, I think it's right call to pop shout because you're overextended, but you should never have gone that deep. Okay? Again, I think you should just play right here and fight. You do better damage per second than the Ramattra does. Okay, it's okay. Just fight it out here. Prevent the Hanzo or the Ana from shooting at me. Right? Pharah, if she shoots at me, nothing I can do about that. Just shoot. Right? Cleave, sustain. Just try to stall for time. Pop shift. Shout. Right? And then have your Reaper, etc. Try to get a kill. Everyone else sustains you. You're probably losing this fight, but you stall it out as long as you can. It was a mistake to step forward because that accelerates the fight, which is bad for you in this situation. They're just all together. They're at better positioning. Yeah. It's good that you contested, though. Contesting was good. Alright, Ramattra's in. I don't agree with this. Don't I agree with this? I think it's actually okay. I think I don't agree with the angle that's going on here because you only get hit one. Right? I think right here would have been sweet because then you would hit the Pharah and the Ramattra. Right, but when you do it right now, I thought that might not even hit any of them. Well, you lost track of the Pharah, which is exactly what I was just thinking. I was like, wait, there's 2 people here, right? You saw the Pharah, right? You popped, so you know the Pharah's on your left because you saw her on your left on your way in. So where does the Pharah go? You just totally ignore her. Even though you saw her on your left when you went in. You should have been like, wait, where's the Pharah? Because you easily could have killed her here. And prevented your team from dying. Alright. Chase down, kill the Hanzo. Great. Test on cart. How many do you really have here? Just 2? Yeah, I mean, they don't have a tank, and they only have 2 supports as well, so yeah, you're probably good here. I would be going for the Mercy. Again, don't just do naked swings. They're just not a good idea. Really, you should open with knife. I think that's a habit. I would open with knife more versus try to open with axe, unless you're sped up. Because you really don't want to miss those. And also, just don't underestimate how much damage you do just shooting people. Like, you can 3-shot people at, like, up to 10 meters. So, yeah, do that way more. Alright, you pop Nemesis. You see this, the Ana super low. Oh! I think you have to be aggressive here because your Reaper's aggressive. I don't think this is a good time to go, but, like, it's not going to get better for you. You should have been aiming at the Ana. The Ana only has 20 health here. 30 health here. You should be shooting the Ana right now. Right? 1 meat shot at this distance or 2 like half shots would kill her for sure. And you could easily have killed her and at least traded for your Reaper. It's a big mistake. Alright, Bastion's about to be done. Now that Bastion's down, you have to push. You have to push right now, even being down 1. You have no choice but to push, especially with Bob. See, I don't know why you're playing defensive here. Right? It's not going to get better. Bastion's going to have his attack cooldown in a second. I know you're down 1, but having Bastion being down is actually more relevant. You really need to be farming your ulti faster to try to make impact here. Alright, that's good. Right, good pull. Oh, you're super lucky. Yeah, I think that's a good call. You're like, I don't know where my healing is. Just chill. Feel that. So, in this situation, he's nanoed. I think shout's the right call because it can help save your team, but don't try to face tank him because it's not going to help. He's just going to damage you and whoever's behind you. Get behind him and go after this Ana is what you really need to do right now. You're wasting your time trying to cleave him. Right? You see, he doesn't care. You're just going to keep killing your backline. Like, you have to go and kill that support. Miss it. Again, I don't know why you're going for the Reaper here. You hear the Ana shoot the sleep dart on your close left. She's like on top of you. I don't know why you're going after this Reaper. Also, I don't think you need to reload here. You got 5 shots, and you decide to reload in the middle of the whole team? This is not the call. Right? Even here, I mean, keep fighting. Like, dying faster is not going to help because you're not going to be able to get cap anyway. Just try to farm ulti or force one of their ultis, like a panic ulti from them. These are good beat shots right there. Yeah, they kill you high ground. I mean, the tough thing here is that you're just kind of fighting the tank, and this is not really a good situation for you. I think you really need to control the left side. Did you know that Reaper was there? It's hard. I don't know if you could hear it. It's hard for me to tell because my sound's like really low. You should hear the shooting on the left. Yeah, right now, you should hear the shooting on the left and go to the left and go help your soldier, right? You should pop shift right now, turn, be like, oh, my shoulder's low, shift, run up here, and then kill this Reaper. You can't give it this much space. This is exactly what I talked about before, which is if you don't contest, and you should contest at this corner, if you don't contest at all, they're just going to run it all the way, and you're only going to get one real fight. You're not being aggressive enough. You have to fight this. Right? You're already almost in one fight territory. Now you're definitely in one fight territory. Right? Like you either need to die or get out. Nope. Alright, so you're going to come out. This is really unfortunate because you really don't want to pop shout to get out there quickly, but you need to, and they're just killing people as they stagger. Yeah, there's no chance it's going to work. Alright. So, I think your attack is good, and I think this is my general feel, is I think Junker Queen works better on attack than she does on defense, in general. And I think in Circle Royale is especially not a good map for Junker Queen. Number 2. Number 3. I think your general attack strategy is good, which is like you poke, you look for opportunities, you try to pull, you try to cleave. I think that's all good. I think your defense on Junker Queen is really bad, and I think it comes mostly down to the fact that you don't really know what to do. and I think that shows up. I think first point is just not favored at all for Junker Queen. Number one is like just playing like that fight that happened out here is just not good. It's like there's not really a lot of space for you. You really had to play this card the whole time and just never leave this card, which is not good or an effective use of your kit. But the fight that happens after that over here, you make a big mistake by leaving the cart. Right? You should just play the lip. Your mortar's healing you. You could have survived here for 10, 15 seconds. But instead, once you leave here and they also targeting you, then you get big trouble. You eat the nade. It's bad, right? If you waited, for example, for Ana grenade and then pop shift, shout after you got hit by Ana grenade, then you like juke the cart, etc. to stay alive, that would have been way better than what you ended up doing. Then, looking after that, like this cart just keeps moving, it keeps moving, right? Reaper starts going after that. You don't really synergize your timing with him. Okay, you stop this card for now, which is great. I think second point you did okay. You would have really liked to have forced a full team fight there. And now you really want to force a team fight as soon as possible. Right, this is okay. Again, I think you should have gone in with this. Right, your Reaper's in there, like just go. Like I think you should have gone in right there. And then I think you should have gone in with the rest of your team and had everybody die here fighting. Right? And then come back and had one final contest. Because that's what you're going to get anyway. You know what I mean? So again, like you see how the Bob is out, but like you're not making use of it. Again, it got shielded off, but you're not making use of that timing at all. Like you're just kind of chilling there. And now, I mean, the card's just gonna keep moving, right? And this is now just your one fight. You're not playing around the Bastion timing. Purple. See, the Mortar is stalling card instead of you. Like you should be swap places with your Mortar. Yeah, I think you just need to be a lot more aggressive on defense and not aggressive to attack, but just like focusing on the card more. Then you totally miss the Ana on top of you, which is something I noticed before where you're not really paying attention to sound cues well. And then you end up fighting there. But the worst point of all is last point by far. Also notice you're not getting any value out of your ultimates on defense. Again, you should force the fight like basically right here. You do not want them to cross this line is where things get bad. If the DPS get here or they get up top, which they've already done, things get really, really bad for you. So after you gave up this point, I think you should have taken this opportunity to take high ground away from them and go here, go up, right? Or go from the outside over here. Actually, probably wouldn't smarter. Go here, force the Reaper off, force the Pharaoh off, and then play high ground as long as you could. Because from low ground, like let's just look at not your play, but look at the cart. So you see all this fighting doesn't matter because the cart just constantly moves. You know what I mean? Like, other than that brief moment where they all stepped away from the cart never stops moving the whole time, which is why you just get totally steamrolled here. You should have had at least 2 full team fights. Okay? Again, that first team fight, you should have forced over... I mean, ideally what should have happened is you should have contested and died and then had another contest right here. But even beyond that is you should have had a contest here, right? And then you had the final contest over there. And both of them should have been S5. Instead, because you're not aggressive enough, your team keeps dying around you. You're not making enough space. They control, like the DPS control all the space around them on high ground, and then you get walked over. So that's a big problem, right? They just have better angles, better space control. You're not doing anything on the cart. You're not even slowing or stopping the cart at all. You're just kind of shooting at nothing, spamming, and you're not getting any kills or doing anything of value. In terms of swaps, what would have helped you? I mean, definitely, I wouldn't play Junker Queen in Circuit Royale. Like, I think control maps, Connected Hill, are the best maps for Junker Queen, typically. Especially any maps that are close. I think Paraiso, I think you can also play her, for example. But generally maps with, like, close-up fights where you can pull people to you and axe them. Long sightlines, real bad for Junker Queen. Swaps, I think that against this lineup, I think that D.Va probably is one of the strongest ones for final point. right? You can totally shut down the Reaper. You can totally shut down the Pharah. You can shut down healing for the Ana. You can go after the Mercy well. I think D.Va is probably like #1 best hero in this situation. With D.Va, just maintain high ground control and just kill. I mean, I don't know if you can play D.Va, but if you're asking me like objectively what is the best hero here, I think D.Va. Winston I think is okay for high ground and dive. The problem is the Reaper kills you and the Pharah can easily get away, as can the Mercy. So, and you can't face tank the Ramattra. So I don't think that Winston would have actually gotten you much value. I think that you could have played Rein or Orisa to try to bully the Ramattra off cart, but I think your supports would still have died. Supports and DPS would still have died. I think Hog here would have been okay because you could have gone side and like look for picks. Again, assuming you're actually good at Hog. This place is a relatively low ceiling, so it's pretty hard to like I think that the skybox is actually right here. Like the Pharah can't fly any higher than this. So I think the whole place is basically hookable by a Hog. I think Hog would have been right. I think Zarya's probably no good. I don't think Zarya's good against Ramattra. Who else is there? Doomfist is its own beast. I don't think Doom or Ball here are good. Yeah, I think D.Va is far and away the best option here. Just mostly because it's the high ground control that you lose, and that's sort of where everything falls apart. Again, watching it run back. Right? See, they have control. They're just bombarding your team. Right? The Pharah stays above you, and that's when they kill. And then you all just get walked over from there. Okay, so in summary, I would say number one, I would again highlight that I think you have a good sense of like when you can go in and get out and survive. I think that's really good. Number two, I think your general one-shot combo is not very strong. I think you only executed it once. You need to be able to throw the knife, right? Activate axe, pull, hit, shoot, and then one-shot them in melee if they live after that. I think you need to be doing that a lot more often. I think your shotgun aim needs work. For sure. I think you don't get enough value out of melee bleeds either. I think you have a lot of opportunities where you could have meleeed people for extra bonus damage. I think you held ulti too long for multiple different situations. I talked about that at the beginning of the video, but you held ulti way too long on a pretty frequent paces. But overall, I think your attack was okay. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's better than your rank. I don't think your attack is good enough that I would be like, oh, like if you played that well, you would climb out of this. I think you're probably mid-gold feels about right. On defense, your defense felt very poor because I think fundamentally you don't know what you should be doing. And that's contesting the cart more and trying to force as many team fights as you can on defense. Because again, every single team fight gives you another opportunity to stop the opposing team. If you only get one fight on one point, then there's a lot of pressure on you to win that one fight. Versus if you get 2 fights or 3 fights, that gives you more chances to stop them and buy more time on the clock. And you basically, first point, you got walked over relatively quickly. The first death, it's not really on you. The second death, totally on you. Second point, I think you did okay. Third point, again, totally steamrolled because you just never contested the cart, right? Forced them to pop ultis or commit to try to kill you. And to some extent, your hero is not that strong in this situation. Okay, hopefully that's helpful.